Alrighty. What's up, everybody? It's me, it's RDV, and I'm back here with Geekeasy and Eric Breen for Best Comics of the Week. Leap, Leap Day edition, actually.
Yep. Leap day,
Yes.
and the day before Women's History Month.
It's always women's history. But you can't spell woman without man.
And you can't spell history without his.
Yeah.
That's herstory. Thank you very much.
Now that we've gotten off to a good start, right?
Right. Yeah, I decided to use the restroom before we went live. I'm like, there's no way. I just drank like one of those big gulps you get from 7-Eleven. I was like, there's no way I'm going to last an hour or two.
I can take about like 30. So that takes me about like 30 seconds to do.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not here to hear about my weak bladder and all that crap. So.
Tell me more.
But wow, I always forget how much I glow when I have these white shirts on.
That's not the word I would have used. But...
You know, Eric.
I was going to say that Zach just texted and said he approves.
Vankman tested, Zach approved.
Yes.
I've got 10 new books this week. One I might be dropping because I do not care where it's going to. And it might come to a shocker because, one might argue, well, the one who's not here is saying this has been a good book. But with that being said, I'm going to show off. I guess we'll just jump right into it. Get this going. Number 10 for the week is Green Arrow, number 9. I don't care about Sanctuary. I don't care about Heroes in Crisis. I don't care about Oliver Queen making a deal with Waller. I just don't care for Waller anymore. With the Justice League disbanded, Waller comes over with their Earth 3 Suicide Squad, basically, and take over the Hall of Justice and just start hauling away everything that they have. And apparently a bunch of hackers were able to hack into the Justice League system, which I don't buy.
I have a question.
Yes.
Who in the hell thought it was a good idea to revisit the most hated story of the last, I don't know how many years, and incorporate that not only into monthly titles, but apparently that's what they're building the next event around.
Yeah.
Heroes in fucking Crisis.
That's what I was going to ask. And of course, I've seen a couple of videos on that. And of course, they went to Green Arrow to do something, to hack in the systems or come up with something. Why can't you just go get the stuff from Batman? Doesn't he have a contingency plan for the Justice League to begin with?
Well, no, she needs Oliver Queen's help to steal steal Sanctuary. Basically, because she has a hold of Roy, or at least we're led to believe that. We saw Roy in the previous issue before it was doing something, and we're led to believe he's working for Amanda Connor, or not Amanda Connor, but Amanda Waller. Sorry.
There's something that's a couple dots to connect here. This makes Tom King, the number 2 writer at DC, if not number 1, behind here Wade. And since Wade might be a piece of shit, but Tom King pisses off the right people online too. So there's your next power struggle. The difference is, I won't read either one of them, but one of them can write and the other one's Tom King. Wow. And this is not good news for anybody that was hoping DC was ever going to get any better.
There was a surprise that I did not see coming here. Andrew Diggle from the show. Apparently he's a comic book character. Did not know they must.
Hey, he's that guy from the show.
Yep.
Yes, sir. He is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was watching another pitch meeting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Basically, Connor Hawk goes to retrieve him, and he doesn't care about Oliver. But he's like, Apparently, he's like, well, as soon as Connor drops the name Merlin, Malcolm Merlin. Oh, suddenly he has a vendetta. He has to get settled because, like I said, I don't know. I wasn't following Green Arrow during when the show was on. If there was a book, if there,
there was, and I think they tried to make it like the show. In Undead, it's this DC. Just scratch out fired and write promoted.
I don't give a shit about this. I don't give a shit about this. I don't give a shit about this.
Oh yeah. Oh looky there.
Dreamer in the Coleman's.
Dreamer and the.
It's March Madness.
Well, I was gonna say, but her month starts tomorrow, but no, it doesn't.
What's up, Higgy Pop? What's going on, man? Alrighty, yeah, like I said, I guess Red Hood and the Outlaws is coming back. I don't know who this is supposed to be aimed towards, but that's coming out soon. Or it's a webtoon they have, because they're still doing the DC webtoons or trying to get like I said, this book was trash. I know you'll probably get from Zach later on saying like, "Oh, it was a great book." Oh, you're just a hater.
By the way,
yeah.
Tune in to the Four Color Fossils next Wednesday because Higgy is our special guest.
He is?
Yes.
Does it mean he shows out books for the whole entire time? Just him?
No, but
I thought they just single out the guests and make the guests do everything.
Are you just mad because we never billed you when you come on?
Hey, I'm an Anne friend.
Is he gonna bring the lads with him?
Have you ever watched Higgy's channel?
Who you talking to me?
Geekeasy.
No, this is the first I've heard of him.
He's the most entertaining channel on YouTube right now.
More entertaining than this one? That's
I don't know. Take yourself off air, then put it in chat and ask again. No,
I am not a fossil in training.
Higgy's
Marania.
A trip.
Marania, I'm not a fossil in training. I'm the curator. Get it right. I'm younger than Paulo. Paulo's a historian, and so he knows all the history of all the fossils. And I'm there just to make sure that that nothing happens to them. Like the Night Watchman, pretty much. That's kind of how I feel when I join the fossils. All right, number 9 for the week. Expanse Dragotooth. This is issue 9 out of 12. Speaking of Andrew Diggle, this is my first series I've actually ever read anything that he's actually ever written. And if you like the show, this is basically like the next season, another story taking place right after that, and it keeps it in tone with the actual show. So it's not or someone's just gonna like, hey, I'll take the title here because it's popular and then put my own shit into it. There's no self-insert. It's actually been pretty cool. So, basically, there's a plot right now to destroy. For those who've actually watched the show, there's a plot by these rogue pirates that basically want to destroy the ring. And I'm not going to say much more than that because it's a lot to get into if you've never watched the show. So, alrighty. Number 8 of the week. It's a series that actually has gotten really better. And this is the arc. I guess the mid-season finale of Tony S. Daniel's Edenwood. He's doing the art as well as the writing as well. It's a story basically demons versus witches. And this land called Edenwood is pretty much like taken over the world. It's basically the earth and the land that Edenwood have merged together. And this kid, who basically wants to rescue his girlfriend, who's been told that she's been being held hostage by the demons. And so he's teaming up with the witches, and all his friends, and because different parts of Edenwood, time flows differently. He's still younger, where his friend right there, she was thrown back into the Revolutionary War, and so she's aged now. Now she's like 10 years older than him, and like I said, this is like the little mid-season finale of this, and it's actually gotten a lot better. Tony S. Daniel is pretty much known as an artist. He was over on Nocterra. This is after Nocterra ended. He basically went to put his book out. He's been waiting because Nocterra went too long. But honestly, it is kind of hard to follow at first, mainly because it's one of those books where they really don't give you previous, on it, which this book really needs to. And I think that's where one of the big cons of this book by Tony S. Daniel. But pretty much there's a big cliffhanger at the end. You find out something about the main character and more about the witches and the demons. That kind of changes things.
Tony S. Daniels is a really good artist, if I remember Nocterra well.
He grew into one.
Like I said, it's a very Dungeons and Dragons RPG fantasy, So if you're into that, this is probably kind of cool to check out. Would I say it's better than Nocterra? I mean, Nocterra has ups and downs. I think Nocterra ended horribly because it was rushed, and that's a Scott Snyder thing. But this has been fun, and like I said, the art's been cool. And this story is basically finally gonna go lead a raid on the demon's castle, and all these kids basically been like disbanded and stuff. He said, like, well, we have nothing else to do. Well, basically, it's either we die or we die here or die there. So they're all pledging to behind him, the basically help him. So, yep. Of course, this is his girlfriend at the end. We learn something about her, and she says something about she's informed that her former boyfriend is going to like come rescue her. But and big spoiler in the last page though, about what she says. But yeah, check it out. This is your Image. Image has been on fire lately with a lot of the books coming out, especially through Skybound. All right, number 7. And Breen, did you pick up the second issue?
I did. Haven't read it yet, though.
I've actually liked this. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to say it's just more vampires, more the daughter of Abraham Van Helsing, pretty much kicking ass. If you guys want some of the art in here, here you go. Like I said, it's cheesecake, but it actually has like decent story, and it's set in the Victorian times. So basically, vampire hunter versus vampires. It's pretty much straightforward there, kicks ass, and we learn who the villain is, and we realize what happened to all the people that were in the town that went missing. And there's a cool Breen, when you're trying to read it, there's a cool last page scene of something that happens. So look forward to hearing what you think of it. All right. My number 7 of the week. Actually, what was my 7? Number 6 of the week, it's issue number 8, is Red Sonja by Torun Grunbeck and Walter Giovanni. This has been quite refreshing to actually go back and to see a Red Sonja that's not only drawn well, but written with respect. If those are fans of, was it the 80-page run they had when Dynamite first got it back in 2005?
The 80-issue run?
Yeah, before Gail Simone pissed all over it and laughed. You're getting phenomenal art, dude. Walter Giovanni. It's not going to focus in, but there you go. Decapitation, monsters along the way, trying to trick people. Kulan Gath, who is so it sounds like they're going to do an origin story because they've never really said who he is, or we just know he's a wizard, but we don't know how he came to be. But got some wraiths in here you're attacking to. And so basically the plot of this is basically that there's 3 wizards that have been protecting the land, and Kulan Gath is basically going all Xenoscope Greta style and killing them and stealing their hearts to absorb their essence and their magic. Literally stealing their hearts. So, like I said, this is fun, man. It's another one. If you're gonna have Red Sonja or be like the female freaking Conan Barbarian, I want her basically, decapitating people, chopping arms off. I want people running in terror. And of course, they're bringing some familiar stuff in here too. From back in they brought in Ymir, which I believe is the Frost King, isn't it? From the Norse mythology. So, like I said, this has been fun, and then it's just refreshing to actually have decent art on it, and actually having a compelling story, and just Red Sonja not going around drinking or hitting on girls. There's none of that. They don't focus on her sexuality whatsoever in this book, and it's written by a woman.
I'll bring up something Miranya's mentioned twice, and I agree with her. Van Helsing and Red Sonja. It is good art for today.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't. If you go back and read that 80 issue Red Sonja run, it's not even comparable. It was so much better 15 years ago.
I gotta disagree. Some of that art in that, just the first couple of issues, our art was horrendous.
I have to disagree with you. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Ricky Karcher got a save. Wow. But he was a guy that pitched one game for the Reds, threw about 30 pitches in one inning. He was throwing balls over people's heads. He looked like Ricky Vaughn from Major League. And he got a save, and he was the king of the world for a day, and the Reds just threw him away the next day because he was awful. Anyway.
If you want to talk about baseball, dude, I saw some put a compilation of basically pitchers throwing spikes, basically strikes right down the middle, and umpires calling them balls.
Oh, that must have been an Angel Hernandez retrospective. If baseball fans will get that reference.
I still like the old Randy Johnson throwing that strike and killing the bird that exploded.
That was just buzzard luck for the bird, wasn't it? And the Van Helsing, there are panels in there that are legitimately good, and there are panels in there that are legitimately bad.
It fluctuates.
Yeah,
but it's like I said, it's not constant bad.
No, but I'm going to say
it's got enough good. It balances out.
Just speaking to Miranya's point, I said the standard for art 15, 20, 30 years ago was just higher because they probably got paid better, and they were probably better trained and whatnot. It's just it's not a knock either way. It's just basically agreeing with what you're saying.
I'm just going to say this about the whole newsprint. For certain books, yes, but like, I don't mind it when it comes to books like this. It's not it doesn't make it bad or worse or better. If anything, I think it would dull the art on some of these.
No, I was saying that it was by and large better back then, but this is this isn't bad art.
No.
And who's the Toots in the White there?
Toots in the White. Oh, in this thing or in the That's Red Sonja.
No. The blonde girl in the white gown.
Oh,
is she somebody? Because you turned to that page twice and.
All right, so the blonde that's in the very beginning. Yeah, let me see here. Oh, she's just a demon. To stop them, siren, and she wanted to eat them.
Oh, she looks better on the page before.
Oh, Well, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And since we're showing people in white, hey, Zach.
Oh, what do you know?
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
You gotta love your timing, though.
Do I have to love my timing?
yeah, you do.
It was pretty good. It was pretty.
Honestly, Marania, for the art style back then, it worked. But for today's art style for these books, Moon Knight especially, you put a newsprint, it would ruin it. It would ruin it.
I disagree.
I disagree.
It would be dull.
Always works.
It would. I'm sorry. It would be dull compared to the glossy covers they have, or glossy tiers.
Gloss is overrated.
Gloss doesn't gloss over bad art.
That was good.
All right, but get into my top 5. All right, number 5, Conan the Barbarian, issue number 8. This has been a fun series, man. Like I said, I normally would not pick up a Conan the Barbarian book, and especially by Zeb Wells, someone who worked at Marvel recently. Or sorry, Jim Zub. When I first heard Jim Zub's name, I thought he was Zeb Wells' level of cringe. Savage Avengers and all that shit. You know, I think he was right there. Was that him or was that Jason Aaron's?
It might have been Jason Aaron at some point.
But
could have been Jim's up too.
Anything current Marvel that's a current Marvel, written, over there. I cringe at that thought of that. But honestly though, the art for this book has just been phenomenal. So
the Doug Braithwaite, right?
What?
Doug Braithwaite, I think, is the.
Oh, I think it said dead something. I was like, who?
Doug. I think it's Doug Braithwaite.
Yeah, it's Doug Braithwaite. Yes. And I didn't even credit him in the. Yeah, it's Doug Braithwaite and something Rodriguez. But this is the Patrick Zurcher cover. He's been popping up. I've been recognizing him lately, popping up there through certain things. But in this, Conan basically is struggling to regain control of his body. He's been possessed by 3 demons or 3 ghosts. They're from the Black Shard, which is basically something that he was meant to send out to steal. They did not know it was that this Black Shard was stealing. So when they went to steal it, it was broken, and these spirits came out. The Black Shard is actually from the Black Spire, which is from the very first arc, which is on sale right now. You can get the first 6 issues on trade. Very, very fun book. So basically, they want him to steal this sword, or get the sword back. They're like, it was a pitch sword, or they had that he used to slay like their master in the very first arc, and so basically. Well, he says, I don't have it, basically, and they're like, oh, I sold to this person. He roughly goes through his memories. The sword, it could lead to bringing back Tulsa Doom. So it's funny that they just brought back Kulan Gath and Dynamite, and now Tulsa Doom's about to be resurrected. And so basically, Conan is they go down hunting down for the sword. Each person that had it, and it got sold at the pawn shop, and then they find that person. That person says, "I don't have it." Then it got stolen, and it's just beautiful art all the way through, man.
Yeah, that's legitimately good art,
and it's on gloss.
That has nothing to do with it.
I'm just saying.
Oh, pipe down and get to number 4.
Marnie can't like it because it's glossy paper. She prefers newsprint. So
newsprint is great. I'm with Marani on this. I would love a newsprint, Conan on newsprint. I think it'd be awesome.
The problem is that you get newsprint, and then they'd probably still charge you the same amount as money.
Well, newsprint's cheaper to print on. So
I know it is, but they still charge you same amount of money.
Well, that's hypothetical. You don't know for sure if they would or not.
I don't see Marvel and DC going back to newsprint and then dropping the price.
Is apparently going down back to $3.99.
They're still at 399. They haven't gone up.
I thought that
DC went up. It was
No,
DC.
there was that thing I just posted about the other day where Marvel's putting the price of all of their books down to $3.99.
We'll see about that. They said most.
Yeah, most. Yeah,
which means,
but yeah,
anything selling will still be $5 because Marvel sucks.
Marnie, I can't read properly. I have someone do it for me. Breen, can you read? So,
which one?
I don't know. Something about her hating glossy art print. I don't know.
Okay, the Conan book is freaking awesome. I still believe that a matte finished paper would make it look even better. And I still like RDV, even though he is always wrong.
Yeah.
That showed up on my screen.
Yeah, right? So
I read it
on mine too. So
I caught it between the lines, the implication.
So like I said, this is if you like old school Conan the Barbarian, or just say or maybe you just never got into it. This is the first, like, you want to pick up this series. Obviously you want to get 1 through 7 and then 8 now, And honestly, this, like Lord of the Jungle, Dan Jurgens, beautiful art on that too, made me a fan. And I actually want to read more of this. Now, will I go back and read the original stuff? Maybe, But like I said, if I have access to it. But when it gets to a lot of these older books are like because they're key issues or whatever, people are holding on to them. Like, I don't want to pay more than $2.
Now, I will say, and I mean this in all sincerity.
Yeah.
If you want to read the best Conan stories, the early Marvels written by Roy Thomas, because he basically created the comic book version of Conan, and it was as much of a passion project for him as All-Star Squadron. He loves that character. And and John Buscema was the artist, and there's some tremendous stories. And Barry Smith was an artist in the early issues.
I've tried reading before. Like, this is it was just random issue. So like I said, I kind of gotten so much used to having the less text and more art. So when I have like a Bendis amount of words on the page, it kind of irritates me.
But if it's a Bendis amount of words that belong and not just word vomit.
Well, I don't want to spend a half an hour of the book. That's my thing,
Well, you're paying $4 for it. You should get a half hour out of it. What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, ADD man?
No,
Jesus.
There's a reason why I like Walking Dead, Invincible.
The real RDADHD.
They tell the story through the art. All right. Speaking of good books with a little bit cartoonish art, this is my number. I believe it is number 4, right? Yeah. Fire and Ice, Tigra. Didn't care for the one before this, so I thought I'd give it another shot. It's a little mini series, and it's actually pretty cool. There's dinosaurs in this, Zach. Hot babes.
Nice.
Hey, does she work at the Cheesecake Factory?
Do you work at the Joke Factory?
Obviously not.
Yeah. Well, no, that's Carson's first rule of comedy.
I mean,
always have a backup joke ready in case the main one bombs.
Speaking of backup, holy crap!
Back that ass up!
Good lordy!
It's like I'm guessing I'm the only one who bought this.
That's a Rikishi moment right there. I got to meet him in a couple of months.
No.
Yeah, I met him 20-something years ago.
Yeah. He probably weighed 100 pounds more.
No, I said he met him and Edge and Christian, and they were all three. Couldn't have been nicer. In fact, one of the idiots we were with took the water bottle out of Edge's hand because he didn't want it in the picture. And instead of beating him to death, he goes, I kind of like that back. So,
story is pretty much straightforward. Bill Willingham writes it pretty much as far as Princess Tigra. She learns that she's going to be, or at least she assumes she's going to be wedded off, because they're losing. They need allies. So they're gonna have a forced marriage, and she doesn't want to do that. So she runs away with her panther friend. Gets into trouble. The king learns and her father like that she's gone, and he's like, oh, it's like he's like, she's stubborn, just like your mother, and basically sends word out to all the allies that whoever brings back my daughter alive will be rewarded handsomely. So all these people are basically flocking around just because they want her. Like this guy wants her as she'll make another wife. I already had the harem collection. Oh, he has. And they got the other guys, and like it's been a while since I've seen this, but these guys are like, look at that, that's a hummingbird. That's how small his race is. But yeah, freaking dinosaurs, man. Of course, yeah, she gets saved, but the guy she gets saved by ends up being, well, not that great looking. She takes back the whole thing. She was going to give him a kiss, and everything. But she returns home, and basically, her brother ends up being the one that's going to be married off, and it's kind of to annoyance of him and his girlfriend, who is the chambermaid for his sister. And his sister is kind of like oblivious to what's going on. Doesn't realize those two are actually lovers. But yeah, just I'm not sure if this is supposed to say if it's one shot or if it's going to be ongoing. But yeah, it's just, yes. It says this, the story so far: the war between the Ice Realm and the Fire Realm continues. Prince Tero of the Fire Realm, leading his elite Dragonhawk riders, has made great strides against the invading hordes of the north. The Spirit Corps, or Dusirka Corps, among the United Kingdoms of the South is high. For details on the war, check out Fire and Ice film. But like I said, Bill Willingham with cheesecake art and putting out a good fun story, definitely might check this out. Shocked that Zach didn't get it. Maybe he can't get these books anymore because he has a girlfriend.
Well, I'm also on a budget. There's
a budget. You should be buying cheesecake, bro, with dinosaurs.
Yeah. By the way, Zach, how much does a little woman let you spend on comics a week now?
I still spend my $20 a week. That's what I've been doing since January.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, I did, Quinn. All right, my book number 3 for this week. It is a magazine, and it's probably one of the best Conan books I've read in my entire life. Just all in black and white, just like they were back in the day. And look, Zach, more dinosaurs. And whoever's watching TV, please mute. Zach.
I did mute. What are you talking about?
I
can hear your TV.
You should be able to.
I can. We all can.
And yet we can. And we were both on mute.
That's interesting. How is there two things coming through?
Why is your TV on?
Yeah, you should be giving us your undiluted attention.
Who do you think you are, Eric Breen? At least Eric Breen has a courtesy to keep his TV down, so we don't know.
Yeah.
But
here, I'll turn it up so Venkman can listen to his Taco Bell commercial.
Oh, man, you're going to make me want Taco Bell.
It is great.
Is that urine?
Yeah, it's radioactive, too. I recycle my own piss.
You drinking that regular Mountain Dew swill, huh?
You recycle yours, too?
Well, it's sometimes I recycle on my neighbors, too, but we're trying to conserve.
Yes, Higgy's channel is more entertaining than this.
Well, if people get interrupted me, I'll talk more about the books. No more TV commercials, okay, guys? We're not sponsored by Taco Bell. I wish we were, though. I need all Taco Bell on stream. This is looking fun, and like I said, Zach probably didn't pick this up.
You're correct.
Even though it was actually in his price range, $7.
$7? No, the $20 is total. It's not per issue.
80 pages for $7, bro. Fantastic art, more dinosaurs, more babes, Conan the Barbarian being awesome. I mean, look at that. That's fantastic art. There's a dude that he was working for. Basically, Conan the Barbarian is a general for this guy's army. He's got 2 freaking lions that the prince has, and he wants to break into the city, where he says they reward him with all this gold. You know,
General Immortus.
Did I say General Morris? I said General Conan.
Oh, no, we said General Immortus because we wanted to do that.
So, of course, there's the engineer. She basically has these weapons that basically she runs her service out for weapons.
Yeah, she's got weapons.
Yes.
She had to be an ass off with that chick from Fire and Ice. Or not the ass on. All
right, so they break it down as far as the castle gates there going there, and the elephants get tossed aside. Big freaking dinosaur comes out. Zach says he likes dinosaur comic books, but he doesn't buy the books that have dinosaurs in it. I've noticed that.
Well, it cuts into his Ryan North budget.
I haven't bought a Ryan North book in like 2 months.
I mean, just fun, yeah. Because she builds these like the giant I forgot what they're called, but they fire the giant spears.
Ballastas?
Ballastas, yeah. She's an engineer. She designs them, and that's why the prince had hired her. And well, Conan's had enough of this shit with the prince's lions.
That's the subtitle of every Conan story. He's had enough of this shit.
People are dying. You know, he had snuck into the place before the whole entire castle that you're trying to fighting a war against for these past 30 days. There's no one firing back because they're all dead. They've been lied to. The prince says, "Don't worry, no, we'll go in there. You know, find this." Meanwhile, Conan decides, you know what? I've had enough of this shit. Kills the lions, gets a booty call.
Yeah.
As he does.
Yep. And I'm shocked because usually when like there's a girl that Conan likes or whatever, she dies. But not in this. Gets some more cheeks. All right. But yeah, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this. So, hey, look, there's the bird whisperer in the chat saying send a link. Zelda, can you send a link?
Zelda.
Yeah. We're showing off new books today, bro. But yeah. Like I said, very fun. And then there's a Solomon Kane story in the back in here too as well. And Patrick Zurcher again. Like I said, they needed a. This is what I've been missing from as far as magazines go. DC, their black label. If we can get like good art, good storytelling, and for a nice, decent price, and I don't even care if it's black and white. I think it's a lot better. So,
see, I like what the black label was supposed to have been instead of what it turned into now.
Well, it's now it's BET. I don't like it.
No, but it's just the whole. It was supposed to have been like R-rated and stuff like that. Now it's just all Elseworld. And
well, it was R-rated to a point because the Batwing had to go.
Well, they told everyone that was going to be in there. That's what they were saying. That stuff is going to be in there. And then a bunch of people, idiots, didn't realize that. Yeah. Then they're like, "Oh, well, yeah," so they caved. Yeah.
All righty. Number 2 for this week. Flash, Jay Garrick. Number 5. Francis Manapul cover. So.
This is probably a dumb question, but from the long box is E, right?
Yes, that's E.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure before I send the link to the wrong person.
It's not from the Longhouse. That would be why.
I've been having an off day. My brain's been thinking. It's been bouncing on all kinds of different wavelengths today.
Yeah. So, like I said, they bring in Dr. Midnight into this, which is really fun.
Yeah, Peter Cross.
And they use the Brazilian name for Jay Garrick. Back when the DC was doing a Brazilian version, they had the Brazilian translations. I learned that Joel Ciclone, as he calls him there, in the left page, is actually the name they're using.
He says that was his alias. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they could just call him Wax.
Wax on, wax off. But very fun series. While the guys have a reunion, we get to live through Judy, and Judy just basically having fun exploring the hideout this guy has. So, of course, the villain basically attacks. We get to see more Robert, and yeah, just the art on this is basically just fun. I love it. It's a fun series, man. If you're not reading the Jay Garrick Flash series, you need to start reading it. That is one of the books you keep coming back, at least the miniseries by Jeremy Adams. I don't know, and just having fun with. And of course, they keep advertising the Mecha Godzilla through. It's like there's a lot of cool stuff through DC. Get it while it lasts before they decide to sanctuary it all, or let Tom King all over it. But fun stuff.
Or while Jeremy Adams is still employed by DC, I think he's on the clock.
Yeah. One second.
Bet you King and Taylor are trying to get rid of people to make.
Oh, I promise you, they're working behind the scenes to get people like that. Well, although Jeremy Adams and Tim Sheridan, of all people, are good friends.
Alrighty, and my number 1 for this week is Duke. Number 3, another fun series. And yes, caution: the concept of this book is confidential. I love this. Back. Hey, look, UPC's on the back where it belongs. Where every book should have a UPC on the freaking back. What's the point of the art if there's a giant freaking UPC barcode covering the fourth of it? You know? And they don't offer a virgin cover because there's no virgins left at DC anymore, unless you consider ones that were straight are now gay, so now they're a virgin again because they're gay.
Yeah, and they're all cruising the docks for days.
But fun stuff, man. It's all the way through. I know Jay is a really huge comes to G.I. Joe fan, but I don't know any of this lore. I don't think about the Baroness. I just remember her being a hot freaking assassin. That was on Cobra, Team Cobra. So a lot of cool stuff happening in this. So I won't show any more, but do check it out. And Josh Williamson doing better on this than he is on Green Arrow. All right, so that's it for that stuff. And then I have some back issues real quickly to show off. All right. Starting with this, which I probably will send to the auction because I already have a copy.
Nice.
Marvel Masterworks.
Yeah.
Excuse me, neckbeard Republican. That's literally not for you. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I saw that, the whole thing. Someone tweeting and saying, it's like, oh my gosh.
Rachel Leishman. And yes, she knows she looks like Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Wait, say again.
So basically,
wait. So let me give E his next live stream. Rachel Leishman of the Mary Sue. And by the way, Nerdrotic had a great line the other day. It said, Marvel commits Mary suicide. Very clever. Wrote an article about how the X-Men have always been woke. And the headline is literally neckbeards and how can neckbeards and Republicans like the X-Men? It's literally not for you. And then she goes on to tell us how woke it is and how it's always been blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I don't know if you knew who Rachel Leishman is. She looks like she might look like Florence Pugh if you like blew her up like a balloon.
Yeah.
Right before it's popped.
Ugh.
But let's just say it's very cringe inducing.
And her name is Rachel.
Rachel Leishman writes for the Mary Sue.
Yeah. But this collects 1 through, I believe, 1 through 10.
Many of which you can find dramatic renditions of on the Geeky Puppet Show.
Yes, pretty much. The only one we haven't read on the channel, I believe, is issue number 9. Yeah, we went from Unas to Khazar.
Yeah, we skipped the one where they fight the Avengers.
Because we didn't have enough people, apparently.
Well, that's because Zach never shows up.
I know, Zach doesn't want to be Iceman anymore. We can offer Zach a lead role, and he'd still turn it on because he'd rather spend time with his folks.
I know, that makes me such a terrible person.
It does.
After this, y'all want to beat down Power Girl?
Not really. I might end up beating women.
Dude,
Okay,
you
but
have no
Power Girl
freaking
did have
clue.
some
What,
good covers
why?
this week.
Why do you even think I got married? Seriously. I mean, there are perks.
Wait, so that's why you guys broke up, because she said no more, and then she's like, you know what? Come
I
back.
miss it. Yes, she actually said I miss it.
Now,
Said, this time, put some stank on it. Yes.
her knuckles were bloody.
Yeah. She was okay once her hands healed.
It's actually the opposite. She beats him.
I actually bought some new books.
Oh, cool.
I just got back, a little bit ago. I've been working, but haven't had a chance to read them. But I actually have some new books.
Do we know Kevin Metzger? Because he's instantly got the spirit of this channel.
Hey, what's up? It says that she looks like she ate Florence Pugh.
There you go.
No, I do not know Mr. Metzger.
I did buy some back issues and a one of those value packs to see if I could get some good dollar books. But there you go. Oh, and that's always fun. Did you get that from the auction?
Nope.
No?
That reprints Marvel Team Up 60.
I remember I had that in the auction.
Maybe I did it from getting the auction, but those books are long gone. I mean, they're upstairs in a box somewhere. It's like I have 4.
With a madman?
That's sort of where you keep. That's where you keep your girlfriend.
No, no. These are cardboard boxes, not wooden pine boxes. Yeah, but yeah. Like I said, I saw it there at my shop, and I was like, you know what? This is actually kind of cool.
Why as well,
Sensational Spider-Man. Awesome. All right, but then I decided, you know what? I need some more back issue cheesecake. Start filling in some of the gaps I have on this run. So I got issue 11.
In time I can get it. That and Spider-Woman, man. It's like, let me print some money here.
Unfortunately, I had to pay $4 an issue because they never. Well, there's no wiggle room.
Well, that's Ms. Marvel.
Yeah.
That the 2000s run of Ms. Marvel, it is hard to get cheap.
You know what though? It's $4 for Astonishing X-Men too, as well, which I don't understand.
Astonishing X-Men was pretty good though. I liked that one.
Yeah,
is Astonishing? Is that the Joss Whedon run?
Well, that's MODOK.
Yeah, it started out as the Whedon run. I think they did a second volume by somebody else.
No, this is
but it wasn't nearly as good.
Oh, the Astonishing X-Men.
Oh, Astonishing X-Men we're talking about. Okay, yeah.
Undead, a beatdown of Women of Marvel is coming. Absolutely, yes.
Did you see that Twitter has turned on Gail Simone?
Yes.
For daring to not shit on men, even though she was shitting on men.
Yeah.
Gosh, SJWs are dumb.
Yeah, that's just a great freaking run. And that $4, that's why I try to get $6 to $8 every time I have them as Marvels. They're just, that's just the way it is. If I have the Ms. Marvels any less than 8 to 10, I am not making a profit on them. They're the draw.
This is the variant, though. I didn't have the original, so.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I tried to sell that for what it was worth, but that one didn't sell.
Yeah. Featuring the Puppet Master. So
yes.
I know, right?
Alicia.
This is the parental advisory version.
Daddy.
Variant, revision number 20. And then
Oh, thanks, MK.
in issue 23.
Yeah, we were all bored and up last night, so we had a very early.
5:30 is not last night.
Yeah,
or this morning. Yeah, well, we were all up
that's-
this morning. Still I fell asleep a little bit. Maranya had stayed up all night, but we were like, let's do a live stream. So we talked about 3 issues. 1 was kind of connected. Heidi McDaniel was hosting some sort of let's talk about comics thing.
McDonald.
Did I say McDaniel?
Yeah. It doesn't change anything. McDonald is still an idiot.
Uh-huh.
All right. And you're going to notice these are all Miss Marvel because I've just been trying to complete the run.
Whatever happened to Greg Horn?
Greg Land killed him.
No,
It'll be
seriously. He did a lot of those covers, and I don't see anything. I'm guessing he probably got forced out by the modern audience, but
I mean, when he's drawing fantastic art like this, and giving her like boobs.
5:30 is too early. It really is, but it was fun. I like doing the random. That's what I used to do. I just used to do random live streams.
And then I guess
But there you go.
this is when this is 26 to 31. It looks like Mars. So I guess Ron Mars was the interior artist.
no.
Mars
Mars.
is writer, isn't he?
It says Mars for the
What
last
am I
name.
thinking of?
The artist.
No, Adrian Mello's the artist.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll put the artist on top.
Well, actually, they actually are changing artists. So basically, they have people filling in something in. There's a guy now. He has Sakira or whatever his name is.
Well, unfortunately, that turned out to be foreshadowing.
Right. The crashing.
No, that just her dressed up as military and.
Of course, we're getting the 43 Dark Reign.
Dark
That's
Reign
pretty
has
sweet.
some really neat tie. Like I'm trying to find all the agents of Atlas because there was some Dark Reign tie-ins with them.
And
Like,
then
there's a lot of good stuff around
Good
that
thing you're
time.
not looking for the Black Panther Dark Reigns. Because the first issue is like $200.
Why is that because it's when what's her name becomes Black Panther?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I got that for $1 at Half Price Books about a year before they decided it was worth $199 more.
Good.
It really isn't.
the final
That's
issue.
gonna be one of those. That is just. Oh yeah, the homage, the Paeta cover.
Yep. So, yeah. Nice hefty stack of Miss Marvels. Happy.
That's pretty cool. That's a good run.
Got rid of all my Civil War stuff, so I can make room for the better stuff.
Civil War sucks. You kept the good stuff. That's one of the Civil War sucks. You can't change my mind. I'll sit at that desk all day long and tell you why you're wrong.
You don't like either one?
Oh,
One
both
or
of
two?
them sucked.
The second one is trash. I
Civil War
actually
2
really like the first one.
I hated Dark Reign.
Civil War 2 not
And then,
only sucked, but it was
Illuminati.
stupid.
So
But
Oh, I agree with you on that part.
I wasn't into the No More Mutants BS, Messiah Complex. Like
Oh,
X-Men.
Messiah Complex was the only X-Men story
Where-
that I read at the time that I liked.
Excuse me, Zach. Where's Hope Summers?
She's around, but I mean, you can say that about any number of mutant characters. Where's so and so? Where's so and so?
yeah,
They
they were so
only used-
interested in
they only used, like, 7 or 8
making new
X-Men.
ones.
Yeah,
They never actually wrote the ones that they had.
exactly.
I'm just saying that they tried to force Hope Summer on us. You're going to restart the whole population of the X gene.
Oh, please. They do that all the time. I mean,
They might as well say that she's gonna be the mother of all the new children.
I
of the X.
mean, essentially, she was what? She was one of the 5, right? The resurrecting mutants. She was one of them, I think.
Alrighty though. It says Zach with 3Ks doesn't like Civil War because his team lost.
My team was Captain America's team, actually.
I love
I
the deflection there.
I was absolutely team Law and Order. I was team Iron Man because
Team Blue for me.
Because they had all the hot girls. They had She-Hulk and Carol Danvers.
Because Congress made a law and Captain America said, "I'm going to change that law by punching Iron Man." You f***ing dumbass! You're Captain America. Run for president. You'll win. And then you could at least executive order while Congress gets off their ass and changes it. This isn't a fight Captain America wins by punching Tony Stark. That's why I said the Civil War, both of them sucked.
I mean, conceptually, no. Execution wise, Cap was on the wrong. They put Cap on the wrong team.
Yeah,
and I know why they did it, but it didn't make sense then. It doesn't make sense now. Hell, it probably would have made more sense to have Tony side with the lefties.
Yeah, because Tony would want freedom to build his weapons, to do what he does. He doesn't want government jumping in on everything he does. Captain America, on the other hand, follows the Constitution. And the Constitution says if Congress passes a law, that's the law.
But I do think it's funny now that the guy that wrote that, and I said, I don't feel the same way about it as you do, but there was so many things wrong with that. And the guy that was responsible for that is now the guy we're looking to save the industry. How times have changed.
Yep.
And because he's earned that, because he's grown so much as a person and as a creator. But it was, I always, it's always weird to think about it in those terms.
I don't think he even meant for that to be like the, hey, let's do this, and then let's never he wanted to be like permanent,
Well, and it's funny that he goes, his reason for doing it was because they literally backed up a truck of money. No, obviously not literally, but he used. But again, like I said, it was a neat idea.
Yeah.
Marvel desperately needed something because the Bill Jamaas era was dreadful.
Right.
But anyway, we got we're way off track.
Yeah, who's going next?
Well,
is that it for back issues for you, Ben?
I'm out for today.
I have
although I do have back issues.
I have a small stack. I bought one of those value packs with 10 books in it for like $8. I figured, I might get something good in it that I could put for $2 or make some. It was all auction stuff. But I do have some new books that not so much have I read them yet, but these are the ones that I'm more excited for because I normally don't buy new books. I am a one hell of a pirate. That's all I gotta say. And then I have 2 back issues for the auction, and then 1 back issue for me that I had on layaway for damn near 2 years. This came in the pack, and there's no way I'm selling it. Not that I want to keep it. It's just nobody will buy it. It's Avengers number 2 from the Empire thing. I don't think anybody would be interested, but it will be there, as well as Star
Empire?
Wars High Republic Adventures number 4. I think people pass on this by their own detriment. It actually was pretty good. Is Wonder Woman Rebirth.
Are these ones you're going to read?
No, these are going to be on the auction. I'm getting to them, but Immortal Hulk number 48. And Solitaire from the Ultraverse. I was like, hell yeah, give me an entire freaking sneak pack of one of the Ultraverse. I'd be happy. Rebirth Justice League is good as well. And the Uncanny Inhumans number 1.
That's Pixel's favorite group.
This is Charles Soule. Actually, I'm a huge Inhumans fan myself. Me and my daughter, Ashley. This is Gru, issue number 93, which honestly should have a better audience. It should have a more loyal audience.
Pixel on your channel. He can tell you why he hates them so much.
Then I can't explain why. And here we have Batman the Dark Knight Grimm Part 1 of 5, which I love the cover on. And finally, from that pack, I got the Flash issue number 22, part of the what was it, the Button?
Yeah.
But it's got that lenticular cover.
Oh, okay. It's part of the button.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now for new books, this is the one I speculated on. I've read it. This book is freaking fantastic. If you guys have not checked it out, you should. It's called Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees.
I think you showed this off last time. I think you were reading this.
Yeah, this is the third printing.
I've heard about this, but it's really good.
It is very, very good. And this is speculation. I'm going to put it in a bag and backing board, put it away, see if the third, because that sometimes happens with independent comics, especially the first printing, sure, it's something, but the third printing, it's like down to 10 copies or 5 copies per store. And yeah.
Ultimate Spider-Man's on its 4th printing.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You guys talked me into buying this. I had no desire, but then I was like, all right, mainly because I like the cover. They had a variant cover to it. It's called Ghost Machine.
Okay,
and
cool.
When I saw this cover, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it just for that. So I figured I'd give it a try. All the other ones, it never appealed to me until I saw the advertisement cover.
Like I said, it's a sample book for the books coming out, and maybe you'll find a couple that you like, and then
maybe so.
And it's not expensive. Look at the price on that book.
So when did you stop liking good comics, sir?
Oh no, I just don't read new comics. So I literally don't buy new comics except for what I have to keep my discounts going.
You, sir, have become a comic book store. The guys at the shop, he says, I don't have my own collection. This is my collection. I sell you my collection.
Yeah. And then I picked this up because I figured, what the heck, I needed an extra book because every $10 you get a stamp, and I needed an extra book because I was like at 15 or 20.
That's the only cover they had.
No, they had another one, but I thought, I'll get that one. I don't care. And then I like the Joe Hill books, so I got Creep Show.
Okay.
Because
can't be worse than the first run with all those crappy writers on it.
Well, Joe Hill is usually all right. So he's Stephen King's kid. He's got talent.
And I'm guessing that probably won't sell all that well because people are so used to associating Creep Show with shit.
Yeah,
they didn't notice where it says Joe Hill.
And then I got this because this is what I really collect. Nice. I collect the facsimile books. I think it's kind of funny that they put us down. They put the collectors down. We're full of shit because of what we like and what we don't like. We're racist, sexist, homophobes. But have you noticed they started gimmick covering the facsimiles? Nope. That means they know where their money is being made. It's foil by covers. Old farts like us buying the facsimiles, and now they're going, wait, don't you want a foil cover on that? They gave me a foil cover. I said, do you have one that doesn't have all this shit all over it?
I got stuck with the foil cover because that's the only one they had.
I did the same thing. Like they had the Wonder Woman, the sensational comics. I was like, no, I don't want all this shit on it. I don't want to chrome all that. Give me this
cover I can kind of get because at least it's the same cover.
Mm-hmm.
But they are doing variants on facsimiles.
Yeah.
Like there's a blank cover for one. I think there might even be like a different cover altogether.
So, they're going after, they know where their money is made. It's made by us collectors. And while they're insulting us with shit like Fire and Ice, they're deciding, hey, do you know what? We're going to put a Disney cover on Avengers #1 facsimile. That's what they actually did.
You're not wrong. Look at Marvel's Secret Wars.
Yeah.
They're doing all 12 issues. They just did the Wonder Woman 4-issue miniseries with Perez.
Well, you remember what Dan DiDio said about a year before he got fired? When he was pissed off because the facsimiles were outselling the new books?
Yep. Because they're better.
Well, you court an audience for 10 years. You may not get that audience because it doesn't exist, but you are going to lose the one you had. Oops.
Plus, for me, for younger guys like me, I don't want to pay through the ass just to get a book, copy a book. If I can get a facsimile for $5 versus 15 or 20 or even 100.
Well, and the thing with this is, look, I get it. The 1990s was just as cynical and just as money grabbing, but now it truly it comes after them calling us all the freaking names in the world, that they decide that, okay, well, we're gonna try to fleece them now. Look, I appreciate the fact that they put out the key issues and everything. I've started noticing they're putting out bullshit issues like X-Men number, what was it, 297 with a Black Widow and Captain America and Wolverine.
Really? You get off my channel, bro. I love that book.
No, it's a good book, but it's not a key.
It doesn't have to be a key.
It's like
it's
random.
Awesome.
They put out,
but it makes sense.
Well, they put it out because Chris Claremont just is doing this mini series now that takes place with those same characters.
Okay, maybe
that's why
they
did that.
Maybe I'll respect the reason. But I love getting the facsimiles. I'm sad that when I went back, I said, yeah, I know I've got a pile of books like this, and most of them are the facsimiles, and I want to get those out. And they turned around and they gave me a pile of Batman like this, which today I just put back on the shelf. I don't want the fucking Batman. I wanted the facsimile issues, and they put those back. So I might actually just ditch them. I might actually, if I'm not going to get the full collections and all that kind of stuff, I might sell those in the auction. If my books don't show up, they were supposed to show up today, the big dogs and the $5 books and all that kind of stuff. So if they do show up, I'll keep them. But if not, I might just put the facsimiles on. But I was able, thanks to the discount program that I get, I was able to get 2 back issues for tomorrow, and then to finish off layaway of one of mine. Gee, what should I show first? Here
I
we
don't
go,
know, man. But
this is in excellent condition. I am actually surprised, and these books are freaking kicking right now, man. This is X-Men number 86. It's one of the reprint tiles. Yeah, and it is in awesome condition. But these reprint books, they're starting to go. People are starting to realize these earlier books are way out of their league. Let's go for the later books, which in all honesty was kind of being ignored for a while. So we got that, and also issue number 37. So there we go.
what does that say? Homo superior. See, I told you it's not for us.
Yeah, it's woke. Homos are superior. There you go. But there you go. And these are going to be the 2 big dogs for tomorrow. And I was able to get a layaway. I forgot I had this on layaway. I really did. And so they mentioned it. Do you know you had a layaway on? It's almost been a year. I said, oh shit, yeah, that's right. I literally forgot I had it on layaway. So I for the last few months I've been paying it off. There you go. But it is in most awesome of shapes. My guess it's about an 8.5, maybe even a 9. I don't think it ends up being a 9.8 or anything like that, because I see a little line right here, just the tiniest of problems right here on this corner, and it's rounded a little bit. But I finally was able to get it.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
But look at this thing, man. This is why I put it on layaway. It is so sweet. Look how just flat and awesome that thing is.
Unfortunately, the reading didn't do so well, but issue 1 and 3 are crazy taking off on our channel.
That is just awesome. I am so happy. I'm so happy. So now I've got issue number 2. I've got 1, 2, and I've got the first appearance of Nightwing. And I'm like, okay, what else? Well, I do want the first appearance of the Teen Titans and the first issue of Teen Titans number, but I'm trying to get the keys at least. Once you get the keys, the rest are easy.
Well, it's a good thing they reminded you, not that you moved and you're like, oh, I still have a book on layaway.
Yeah, but I am so happy to have gotten this, and I forgot it was in this kind of shape. I'm just proud to show that off. Look at that.
That's going to be on sale on Friday?
Yeah, I'm going to put this on sale tomorrow for $150. Anyone wants to buy it? Okay.
Well, it's layaway, right? I could pay you $20 now. And...
Nope. I'll put it on layaway, but I ain't selling it on layaway.
Oh, what's good for thee is not what's good for me is not good for thee.
That is true. Yes.
So, which one of you gentlemen want to go next? I don't have shit, so I mean, mine will take like 10 seconds. So.
Age before beauty. So
you can literally
right
turn
ahead.
around and show off any books that look awesome.
But this is the best of this week.
Right.
Yes.
And this week was rather light for me.
All right.
Oh,
Scary. All right. I have 7 and then 1 trade. And speaking of specialized stupid covers, I fell victim. And I regret it, not because of the cover, but because of what's inside. It's the Sinister Sons #1. Scott, you know that. I honestly couldn't tell you much about the story because I was so distracted by the art.
It's cartoony.
It is.
So, question: Did you look at the Green Lantern books?
I skipped it because of the art, and then I didn't make the connection when I bought the book. I wasn't thinking.
You're misfiring upstairs.
Yes. I pulled a Zach.
I was gonna buy that, but I saw one of the variant covers, and one of the dudes had like a shaved head with his hair off. I was like, nope.
Yeah. That's
nope. I'm out.
That's one of the sons.
As soon as I saw that hairstyle, I was like, this book's gonna suck.
That's him right there. That's one of the sons. I think that is
yeah.
Oh, that's Zod's son. That's what it is.
Zod's son.
I know that when I learned that Zod had a son.
Yeah, because
he's the age same age as Jonathan Kent.
Because the quintessential military guy would absolutely let his son have that hairstyle.
And then on top of it, it is practically an ad every other page. I mean, they do like 2 pages
for Nicole Maines.
And then
Nicole Maines.
Then they'll do an ad, 1 page, an ad, 2 pages, an ad, and so it's just that was just, I couldn't tell you anything about the story, or hardly anything about the story, just because I was just like, ugh.
Yeah, the hairstyle originally was cyberpunk, and then the wokesters started to take over the hairstyle.
Now, the ads are only good if they bring the comic book price down.
Well, the ads, there's probably like 8 pages of ads there. So there are 2-page spreads, and then the art on top is, and then you probably paid $4.
No, this was
or it was a special variant cover, so you probably paid.
This had the this
one?
Was
$6.99.
$6.99. So I
paid. I think they're gonna say $9.99. I was like,
no, $6.99. Yeah, like I said, I got suckered. I deserve it just for not paying any attention. And
always open up the book, and if you have to, unless your shop's selling the books already bagged and board, it's probably because
the sad part, it wasn't already bagged and board. It's all on me, man. It's all on me.
Jeff, would you like some of Zach's apples?
No, you can't have them. I'm hungry.
If you feel that I deserve an apple for that, I
don't know. Ask Carlito.
I don't know. Let me see. Oh wait, I found some.
Yes, I think this actually kind of deserves. Yeah. Oh, damn. Finally got one. But and then speaking of another one that I'm not getting that number. I'm not getting the next one of this at all. And speaking of another
return it.
I already did return another one this week because it was just the second one that I already had. Detective Comics 1082.
Completely organic numbering.
Yes, they have actually made Detective Comics 1000 book because they fucked up.
Yeah, and Ram V
I
in
found Grammy
his
fans.
Well,
Ram V in his rambling.
Well, look at Vampirella. Somehow Vampirella is on 667 issues.
That might actually, if you added them all up, it might be close to that by now.
Maybe. I don't think it is though, but it's weird.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Jeff.
Yes.
Who has fallen farther faster, Chip Zdarsky or Ram V?
Yeah, I can't. I haven't read a lot of Zdarsky stuff, but it made me, his run on Batman made me stop reading Batman, and I have hundreds and hundreds of Batman books. And once he started his run, I stopped, and it took me a tad bit longer to drop this. So,
well, yeah, because Detective Comics was self-contained until we realized that Gotham War crap was being leaked in there.
I think Zdarsky started at a higher level, so technically he may have fallen farther fast.
Well, Ram V fell faster for
right,
sure.
But Zdarsky fell a farther distance because he was higher regard.
Zdarsky did fail safe. That story was great, and then immediately right after that, I dropped it.
I didn't like Failsafe. I didn't like Failsafe at all. That was horrible.
Not only is Ram V fallen, as people are shedding his title, like water off a duck's back, he's gotten very argumentative on Twitter. He's become and which probably means there's not much interest in. My guess is he's pissed off because Jeff Johns didn't ask him to be part of Ghost Machine.
Well, he is the male version of Teeny Howard.
Well, I'll tell you what I said. For someone who was so well thought of a couple of years ago, he's just another putz now.
Well, Tom King. He's the new Tom King.
Yeah, but Tom King is being validated by this whole new run now that they're doing with this new event they're coming out.
Well, he's the old Tom King, because the new Tom King is actually second in command or popularity with the Mark Waid right now.
I said I'm going to stick to that. 1968 MK.
All right, continue your.
Now and then this art isn't much better. And then of course they're doing the 1960s stuff with the bang bang bang. They've got the question in here and all that. So I probably would have had a.
So, what's really weird about that is that Renee's a hypocrite because she hates Batman. She gave up the life of being the question, and guess what she's doing? Being a vigilante again. Everything she said that Batman shouldn't be.
Hey, stop bringing up continuity problems.
Wasn't
man.
she commissioner?
Yes,
she is.
And she would belittle Jameson. Jameson working with Batman. No, we're police detectives. We don't need Batman. Okay, bitch.
How's that working out for you?
I'm so glad I don't read any of this shit.
Yeah, but I'm done with that. This is my last issue of that. I'm done.
Yeah.
And the only problem is I've got that the Batman tattoo symbol on my leg. I wonder if I can take that off.
But you didn't put it on there because of modern day comics. You put it on there for the awesome back issues that you read that you could still read.
Here's how you
everything that you like about Batman is still represented by that.
Here's how you fix it: the Batman tattoo, the symbol. You just add it. You just put in Batwoman, and then you're in.
Okay, that works. Yeah, so that way I can be that way I can be woke and stuff. Yeah, that'll.
You don't want to fall asleep at your age.
Or no, because I won't wake up. Or I could just start wearing long pants, or pants. But
what's pants? I don't know what pants are.
Then number this.
Oh, you stuck with it. I noped out after that first art was horrendous and the story wasn't that great either. Zora Thorogood.
Yeah, I mean it's art's better than these last two.
What is that?
Hack slash lesbian.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of them in this one.
But a little bit of lesbian or a little bit of story.
Both. Two different girls hit on Cassie in this one.
Oh my gosh, what will she ever do?
Well, she doesn't do anything with either one of them, which is kind of surprising.
Oh, I was gonna say, usually these writers, when they want to write a woman being a lesbian, they write her being basically a toxic male, but she's a woman though.
Well, the second one they kind of got interrupted, but there's
Girl interrupted.
This right here, right there. To see that little what she wrote about herself.
What is she, like 15 in this?
That is not a Cassie thing to say. And what woman refers to themselves as that?
What age is she supposed to be for this character?
Who in the blue hell is Zoe Thorogood to put her name above the title?
Well, it's there as a warning to let you know.
Yeah.
Well, I said I gave up on it.
Yeah.
Looks like just in time. Actually, 2 issues too late because I bought the first 2 issues.
Yes.
Oof.
Now we're gonna get into the good stuff. I bought the first book of this because I just loved the title and it was actually good.
Yeah.
Superman.
And this is number 6. Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer.
Betsy Ross, Vampire Slayer is next.
But this is actually kind of fun. She does the Underground Railroad, but she's also having to deal with like vampires and werewolves and witches and stuff. And it's kind of a fun little story.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my. Then, speaking of former DC writers who got out just in time and do good stuff now that they're not being interfered with.
You know, I'm surprised at the Buffy Vampire Slayer the books going on. They haven't made Harriet Tubman like, a Slayer, and just back in the day, she fought racist vampires.
I think that's what they're doing here with this book.
Is that really this one?
A little bit. There are some,
It just sounds like a current Josh Whedon story.
Canary number 2.
Oh.
And this thing these are $5.99 with incredible art. It's about twice as thick. Look at the art in here. And about like 3 pages of ads, as opposed to an ad every 3 pages. Really good story. So I have 2 and 3, which just puts the series to an end. So a really good series. And then my number 1 is by, what is it, Oni?
Oni Press?
Yes, Oni Press, yes. Jill and the Killers.
You go for a lot of these girl books, bro. You're getting the wrong cheesecake. Take it from me.
Yeah, but this isn't really for
I'm getting cheesecake. You're getting something. The cover looks like cheesecake, and the inside is not.
No, but see, this is I like mysteries and stuff like this, and this is actually pretty good. I mean, it's got a really intriguing story. The girl Jill, her mother was a cop who was in an accident. Their car got submerged, and so she disappeared. The father thinks that she disappeared. That Jill thinks she's dead. But so she's gone from school for a year, and when she gets back, her friends have sort of gone on, and they've all gone into mystery podcasts. And so she kind of joins in with them just to try and get back with them. And they subscribe to this kind of a, you've heard of what are those, the magic boxes or whatever, our box of the month things, you know what I'm talking about?
I think I'm
the loot crates.
Loot crate for this crime podcast to get. That's supposed to send them a thing from their town, an unsolved mystery from the town.
I remember this, yeah.
But then they get one and they start looking into it, and they realize that it wasn't from the actual people, because they get the one the next day from.
It's from a killer.
Yeah, and it's from a killer, so they're sitting there trying to figure it out. It's really well done, and it's kind of fun reading. I like mysteries and stuff. And
by the way, speaking of Oni, the guy that I worked for was at a trade show in Pittsburgh last week and met the guy that's in charge of the EC revival that Oni's doing.
Oh no!
And the guy and Mark came back really impressed because he goes, the guy is a student of the old EC comics. They're going to do 2 titles in that vein. They're not going to revive titles, but they're going to create new ones in that style. And the guy says he is not. This is in no way going to be for a modern audience. It's like a passion project of a guy that's 30 years old going on Wally Wood. So if that can be believed, unlike reviving Boris Karloff Tales of Mystery and having Steve fucking Orlando write it, this might be good.
Yeah, I'm let's hope because I love the old EC.
Once upon a time, Oni did good work.
Like
we'll
I said,
see what happens.
I hope that's true, and I hope these people submit woke stuff. He says rewrite it.
Well, I think if it's the guy doing the writing, then again, we'll see what happens because you tell people what they want to hear. Although he did say that Dan Buckley showed up for like 3 hours of one of the days, gave a shit presentation, and got back on his jet and left. So
who's Dan Buckley?
There you go, Marvel fans. Hope. He's in charge of marketing at Marvel.
Yeah, well, then he can blow me. And then, okay, that's it for the books.
I think that was what we talked about this morning on our live stream. We talked about Heidi McDonald was a big part of that, and that was why what we were talking about the whole trade show.
And I liked the art in there. I mean, it's not exceptional, but it was okay. But then,
on the RDV, aren't you? On my channel now. I love comics. Flash.
Okay, and then my one back issue is Antarctica. I remember getting the first issue of that, and then or maybe first or second. And then I just said, okay, I'll get the trade. So really good so far. And then not really comic related, but my cousin gave me some money for my birthday, and I got the Battlestar Galactica, the 45th anniversary movie
collection.
4K.
Just
awesome. The 3-hour
Where the
movie.
fuck is 4K? Sorry.
Tales from the
Dark Side.
Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, which I've never seen before. Tales from Texas, the original. I'm about halfway through with this.
He was halfway through The Victims.
Yes. Yeah, they just the wheelchair guy and the girl just entered into the house, and I hope he dies last because I don't want them to torture him. I cannot stand that wheelchair guy. He's so annoying.
I hear in the modern woke reboot, it's going to be a black gay woman in a wheelchair, and she's going to be holding up a chainsaw and chasing down people wearing MAGA hats.
They already did that movie. That was that hunting movie or something like that.
That was actually a good movie. That's one of my favorite movies. The Hunt.
It's probably
recent movies anyway.
I was gonna say it probably is. They probably had to rewrite a bunch of it because delays. I imagine.
They try to take the piss out of everybody, but instead they really they nail Democrats. They nail the leftists to the wall.
Well, that's with everything. You should be everyone's fair game, and that's
Yeah.
Steve Martin. That's why I respect Steve Martin, Martin Short. They said we make fun of everybody. We don't care what your gender, race, or nationality. They said if we don't like you, we're gonna make fun of you.
But the killers are all leftists who can't stand the idea that people disagree with them. And in the end, the hero, she doesn't even say what she got. They ended up mistaking her for someone else. And she's you never actually learn what party she's in, but she's just going after all these leftist killers.
There has to be a joke. I was gonna say there has to be a joke in there where the liberal pretends doesn't know how to use a gun, but an expert marksmanship, with the gun, because guns are bad.
Guns are bad. Okay. This someone was talking about the Crow remake. Did you see that picture of Skarsgård with that picture of him?
Yeah, we saw. That's another thing we talked about this morning. I
just saw a picture of him, and it
isn't Jared Leto.
Yeah, that's what we said. It looks like Jared Leto. It looks like the Joker from Suicide Squad.
Like they didn't learn from that.
They learned, but they just thought that was the right thing to do, and they
and they figure the ESG score is worth paying and losing.
Here,
money.
hold my beer. I can do better.
It really, they modeled him after a modern day rapper. Like, dude, so you wanted to make a movie that, unlike the original, was not timeless. You wanted to make sure that you could point to this era and go, yeah, that's exactly that. It's good. Now, of course, I say that, but in all honesty, The Crow was absolutely a 90s movie.
That's one of my favorite movies ever. I actually have. Hold on 1 second.
I'm shocked that he's not black.
I actually have. I ordered the 4K. It's coming out, but I have this right here, and it is signed by what is her name? The Asian girl.
You must know her. She's Asian. She must know.
Bai Ling.
See? I told you. See?
I've signed by Bai Ling right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I met her at a convention a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. And
so speaking of which, Zach, do you have any books?
Yes, I do. I was waiting for Siskel and Ebert over here to finish their movie.
I know, right? Don't worry. For those watching the replay.
Well, I guess I'm Siskel. We're both fat, but at least I'm bald. So
it works out fine for me. I was playing some video games anyway. So, what's up, everybody? I've got let's see. I've got 5 new books this week. I picked up a facsimile and I have a trade. I am dropping a book. I've decided it is time to drop one because it has hit my no longer a banger threshold for comics.
Let's see if you were right, RDV. Let's see if you were right.
That is an interesting look, though. You just got out of the shower too. Get your bathroom.
No, I just got home. It's cold outside, so my house is.
Wait.
Cold. It's been outside. So what? Are you one of those? Are you one of those polar bears that got to jump in the freaking water? I mean, why? It looks like you're freaking naked. It looks like you're wearing lingerie under a flannel.
I'm wearing a tank top, and then it's a sweater.
Here's what you do, Zach. You take the tank top, you put on a t-shirt.
I've had this on. I'm not going to change my whole wardrobe just to talk about 5 comic books with 10 people.
I just want to know, what do you consider cold? What is your temperature out there?
It just dropped down to 40 degrees tonight. It was 80 degrees on Monday. It dropped to 40 degrees tonight.
Hey, Geekeasy, isn't it like shorts weather?
Yeah. Okay, right now I'm looking at my computer. It says it's 14 degrees out there.
We are in the South, though. I am in Louisiana. He knows what it's like when you get down to 40 after an 80-degree day.
40 degrees. You bring in the pets.
14 degrees, man.
You make sure the plants are covered.
Exactly.
Making fun of people's tolerance for cold based on where they live is only eclipsed by making fun of people that can't grow beards. Some things are out of people's controls. So there you go. There you go, Zach. I do invite twice in one night.
I do invite all of you, Geekeasy, Eric, RDV. Come on down to Florida in August. We'll go on the we'll run the Disney Mile.
Okay. Well, we'll do the
camp in Orlando. So
we'll do that on one condition. Will you be in Muncie?
Yeah, I thought you were moving.
Sure. If it means that I get a recording of you and Venkman and anyone else from up north trying to run a mile in the Florida August sun, yes.
I can't run a mile on PlayStation.
All right, we'll run 100-yard dash, and I would swear to gosh, by the end of it, you'll have swamp ass so bad.
It won't matter.
It'll look like you're pissing like a racehorse.
I can't run, period, because I need 2 new knees, and I'm not going to get them.
Oh, I know. I get that.
I don't run. There's no point in it. You know,
I ran a mile in the Orlando Heat in '87.
Gentlemen,
if I run
once
the Heat,
again, we have hijacked.
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Richmond
Yeah.
time.
It's we got to pretend to be interested in Zach. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not interested in Zach.
Friends like us, Zach.
Yeah, I know, right? I could be playing Final Fantasy right now. No, it's okay. Detective 1082.
The best book ever because it's Ram V.
Look, I still like Ram V. I still think he's a good writer, but I've come to this conclusion: he does better in short, contained stories. This is, I think, the longest that he's been on a title. Ever since he got Batman out of Gotham City, it's gone downhill.
Gotham City.
Yeah, why would
so the art is still great. There's still some interesting concepts. If you like the meta Chris Nolan movie thinking style, you might still like this. I'm kind of over it, and especially because it's a $5 book. It's one of the pricier books.
Does he remember?
I'm gonna have to end up dropping this. If he comes back and writes another Vigil book, I'll probably pick that up. And I am still looking forward to his Creature of the Black Lagoon that he's doing for Skybound. But this is my last detective comic, though.
Did he see Josh Williamson's 5-issue series where he did a Batman Inc., where he decided to have Batman leave Gotham, go to China, and leave Batwoman and the rest of them in charge of everything? And
he didn't even leave Batwoman in charge. He just left Gotham thinks he's dead. And Gotham's
he went to China.
They're being gaslit into thinking they don't need Batman.
But do you remember when Batman left Gotham and that whole Josh Williamson, his 5-issue series, or he took over run? I forgot how long this run was.
I didn't read that one.
People were so pissed off because Batman wasn't in Gotham. So
in this, he's dead. Gotham, he was executed. And then Talia al Ghul stole his body, brought him back to life, and then dumped him in the desert.
Of course, because it was enough to shit on him and kill his character. They got to bring him back to life. You're not allowed to die. We're not done with their toxic masculinity and punishing you for it.
I'm just, look, I still like Ram V as a writer. He does some really great stuff, but I think he's just been on this too long. I think he does better.
Do you really, or are you kind of like Bill Maher with Biden? He hates everything about him, but he's still going to vote for him.
I like him. I liked Paradiso. I liked These Savage Shores. I liked his Catwoman run from what I read, The Vigil was good. But with this, I think he's just been on it for too long. I don't think he can do long.
And it's really weird because he's typically on a book for a limited amount of time. He tells a story and he leaves.
Exactly. He does limited series or mini series. Yeah.
So like I said, this killing off Batman was the stupidest thing because we've already had Batman be displaced for time. We had Zdarsky doing the BS, and I actually
thought Zdarsky, compared to the last few issues of Detective, Zdarsky's was easier reading.
And I'm gonna say this: if Zdarsky wasn't ruining Batman over there, and they actually had a good book, going on, his book wouldn't be as noticed, I guess.
Yeah,
because we're wading through shit. Right now.
Well, I'm not anymore. Like I said, I'm dropping Detective from my pull list. Starting with this. All right, so new bottom of the list coming in number 4, we have Conan the Barbarian. I did get this cover. This cover is amazing. I like this cover. With Belit on it, or Belit, however you say her name. One thing I really liked about this issue, it's the smallest thing, but doggone it, it brought a smile to my face. You know how whenever we read those old Marvel comics and they do the credits name, sometimes Stan Lee, they get clever with the names.
Yes.
So with this, I don't know if it's going to show up very clearly, but there's Grim, Jim Zub, Diabolical Doug. There's the fun they had in the credits with the names. I thought that was really cool.
Early Marvel Stan Lee doing
that early Marvel kind of showmanship, or
they're just trying to rake you across. Oh look, we're the same as we always were. Yeah, bullshit.
Well, this is Titan. This isn't Marvel. This is from Titan.
Oh, okay.
But this was good though. The ending definitely threw me for a loop. I'm kind of curious how the next issue is going to go now, with how this issue ended.
And
I was like,
so
shoot.
it makes me curious to read his Marvel Conan series that he did.
Who, Roy
Because-
Thomas's or Jim Zubs?
Jim Zubs.
Yeah.
A lot of what I heard was, wow, where was this when he was writing it for Marvel in the end?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
Because he was writing it for
I think it was
Marvel.
an editorial thing, probably,
Yeah.
when he was at Marvel. Has to have been.
Ramvy's not discoing Grant Morrison. That's Zdarsky right now. He is just like slurping on Morrison's dick.
Zdarsky, I like Zdarsky stuff better than Grant.
I don't
Morrison.
think does
Or
he
not
have
Zdarsky,
one? He is
MD.
non-binary now.
Wait, who? Grant Morrison?
Grant Morrison.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I remember that.
He's
I remember him saying
a
that.
they them.
Yeah. Next up is the Josh Williamson Power Hour. So we got Green Arrow number 8, which was fun reading. I liked reading this one. Green Arrow sneaking into the Hall of Justice. I know you, Vinkman. This is my time to talk, though. You have your time. I like this issue. I like that Green Arrow
I like
is one
this
of a
hat.
handful of people who's able to sneak into the Hall of Justice and try to get a leg up on.
Oh my
Amanda
God!
Waller.
Live stream in Crisis.
You know what? Heroes in Crisis was still overthrown. All the characters that were dead were brought back. So unless they're going to go kill all those characters again, which I don't know that they will, I'm gonna continue to stick with this.
Gosh.
I thought this was fun. I thought it was a fun issue. It's not as good as his Superman, but it is still fun. I do still like it. I also like we see John Diggle is. I think that's really cool the way they're incorporating him in because I liked him in the Arrow.
I feel like Dr. Rick. I have so much more work to do.
Every time you think you start to lead me one step down the right path,
You're a homeowner who's becoming someone with bad taste in comics. I don't
hey,
know.
if I'm enjoying it, that's all that matters. Y'all
No,
can do
we have to
whatever
save
want.
you from yourself.
Wait, no, hold on. If he's enjoying it, just don't tell us about what you're enjoying because it's books we don't like.
The Sean Isaac artwork is fantastic. I like Oliver. I like the Arrow group a whole lot.
As much as I don't like this issue of this story,
And
this
he
book,
makes fun. He makes fun of Peace Wrecker. He like I heard Venkman's voice when he's like Peace Wrecker. That's your name. It's like God. I hate the multiverse.
that's more E says I hate the multiverse. And
That's me. I say I hate the multiverse.
No,
but you
but-
say you hate Peace Wrecker.
Do you know? I probably think it's the worst book of the week though. Was the current issue of Flash that just came out?
I haven't read Flash since the
is that
first
hard?
issue.
That was hot garbage.
I didn't mind the first issue. I just stopped reading it because I was making budget cuts.
It was like issue 5 they're on, or issue 4, and guess what, Linda? Oh, I'm so depressed. Even though Wally's really nice to me, the divorce is coming, bro.
It wasn't like postpartum depression. I think that actually happens.
And
Men?
a lot of people point out her being depressed over not having powers anymore. Guess what? She says her life has no meaning now because she no longer has powers. It's like I'm like Lois Lane is essentially Linda, and
wait a minute.
It has a
Doesn't
super
she have
power
kids?
She has her life has no meaning, but she has 3 kids. How fucking stupid is Cy Spurrier?
She's got kids.
God,
Yeah, but
It's like the same thing with the Star Wars. Didn't they do that with Padme at the end? Oh, she has nothing to live for. She's got 2 kids. She's got something to live.
And guess what? Guess what? Remember, Jeremy Adams did an awesome thing with Reverse Flash. Gave him peace. Guess who's back as the villain already? It's Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne.
Please continue, Zach. I'm getting a headache.
You know, Zach, it's not 5 hours later, but we can go. We'll make it to hour 3 just for you.
You can. I'm going to go off camera and go back and play my video games.
Man,
The other Josh Williamson book this week, we got Duke number 3, which is fantastic. If you're not reading this, what is wrong with you? You should be. This was a lot of fun. Major Blood was in this, makes an appearance in this. That's a spoiler, I guess, if you're a Major Blood fan.
Thanks, Zach.
Sorry. I know. Like, we've
Major
never
Blood's
spoiled
killed.
anything on this stream ever before.
That's when I was going to start reading Duke. No, I don't need to. Thanks for saving me some money.
Thanks
Is
thanks
there
for
a spoiler that tells us who the is Major Blood? What was
Don't
it?
worry. Don't worry.
Major Blood was he was a higher up with Cobra.
He's a
Okay,
one-shot character.
Cobra!
I see what you did there. They give you some background. It's like an introduction into Baroness, and then you find out that they really want to find out what Duke knows. And Duke apparently he got some kind of device from the old lady, the conspiracy theorist in the first issue. So whoever's behind this is, they're trying to get that back. So they have Major Blood and his goons storm the pit and try to kill Duke and company. So yeah, and that's going to lead into next issue, like a big confrontation or bigger confrontation, I should say. Really, really fun issue with Duke.
Blood was spilled this issue.
What's that?
I said blood was spilled this issue.
Blood was, God dog it, man. That's those are two good ones. Anyway, my number one book this week, V already knows. It's Jay Garrick Flash. This is issue number 5. I mean, what else can I say? We've got Dr. Midnight, not the original one, but the one that I started to love reading the Jeff Johns JSA. Peter Cross is in this. The art on this is fantastic. I didn't notice this. Maybe I need to go back and read the previous issues. I didn't notice how well they do the reflections in Jay's helmet, like in this issue. That is because you're drawing on like a circular surface, the reflection. It was really, really well done. Also, I mean, the stuff with Dr. Elemental and, getting Judy kidnapped and, I mean, just Robert coming back. It was just a really, really fun issue. I'm going to be sad when the next one wraps it all up. Jeremy Adams really should be writing a JSA book. The way he's handled so many of these JSA characters, he really could be.
That's
the
all
JSA
anybody is saying on Twitter right now. Whenever he posts stuff, people are saying they want him to run either write Young Justice or take over JSA.
I promise you, whoever writes the JSA and the JLA, their first name is going to be Tom.
I think Mark might be the JLA one. Maybe I think it might be Mark
Russell.
No, Mark Wade. I think it'll be Wade. Maybe Wade Mora. I don't know.
Tom will get the other one.
I got a facsimile this week. I got Marvel Secret Wars. I don't have the original version, the original copy of number 1, but now I have this as like a placeholder. So now the only one that I'm missing is the first cover with the black suit of Spider-Man, which I don't have $200 to pay for it, so I'll probably just.
I actually had that at one point.
Wouldn't it be hilarious? They're releasing all the facsimiles, all 1 through 12, and like they do a variant cover, so you don't get the black symbiote cover.
I still won't get the black. Oh, that would piss me off so much.
Number 1's up to about $80 or $90.
Is it really?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 of the issues have spiked in that series.
This is also just one of my favorite. This isn't my favorite cover of Secret Wars, but this is one of my favorite like top 10 covers. I think
Mike Zeck does good covers.
Fun, really fun cover.
Well, I like the fact that Cyclops actually has a bright color costume.
Yeah,
his forehead bothers me though.
Cyclops is what we call Cyclops. Yeah, people that participate in our readings or watch them know that.
I know. I've been there when he's called him Cyclops. I tried to correct him, and then I realized he was never going to change.
We actually got Trusty to say governor now.
One of the mindless ones with his square forehead. I don't know. Anyway,
Trusty is now. He's been educated. He now uses the word governor. He doesn't use the other slave name, slave title.
Master of.
You said it.
Yep. And I picked up a trade this week. I got a trade that I've been wanting to get for a while. If Ash is watching, he will be glad I finally picked this up. It is Vendetti Hawkman number
Good
1.
Freaking luck getting volume 3, dude. I know you're richer than I do, so you got that shop. Holy.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now.
Went to eBay to look for issue number 3. Number 4 you could get for $24, maybe $29. But number 3, holy freaking shit.
What's the big deal with volume 3?
It's out of print.
Oh.
So
it's the same with the Legion of Superheroes omnibuses, volume 1. Okay, fine, $40, maybe 20, 30, whatever. Number 3, sure, $50. You go for number 2, it's $200.
I would love the fact that if they decided to do an omnibus, but they don't like Hawkman at all.
You know, speaking of omnibuses, they're doing that Marvel DC omnibus.
Just go get the issues out of a dollar bin. Hey, by the way, E, when was the last time that Governor Chudy showed up in one of your chats?
I haven't talked to Governor Chudy in a long freaking time. You know, the sisters, I think, mentioned him. They mentioned a couple of people that they follow who is old time, like Chester and such. So, Monk the Geek.
Oh, Chester Busby?
Yeah.
I come across his streams every now and then.
It was just one of those things. Like, I haven't talked to him so long. I was like, oh, yeah, Chester. You know, I was like, sorry, I forgot about you, buddy. You know, we haven't talked in a long time.
He's got a list.
So when you were having lunch with the Lester sisters, were their voices still a little hoarse from that 3-hour reading we subjected them to the other night that that Jay walked out on?
Jeez, y'all just keep going longer and longer. That's why I don't show up on those readings. Y'all
By the way,
longer than a Lord of the Rings movie.
They did mention it was a lot. I said, yeah, I would have broken it down into 8 episodes, 8 digestible episodes where people wouldn't be afraid to tap into a 3-hour live stream.
Good 3-hour live.
Good idea.
3.
I was going there, Breen.
Yeah.
You don't know what happens when you do it 3 hours.
As a matter of fact, I could show you. I've got it all ready to do a comic book origin. Do you know what I did? I broke it down to 8 episodes. That's what you do. It's a whole week affair, man.
Yeah, but then I had to create 7 more freaking thumbnails. Screw that.
Yeah, but you know what? Your videos are easier to digest.
The whole point is God's green earth would anybody watch us after the fact anyway?
Yeah.
Good point.
I mean,
no, I'm serious. You know, I've said this before. I wouldn't watch us if I didn't know us.
The fact that you've got 500 on the Flintstones or something like that tells you that there's an audience out there for it.
I guess so. I mean, I find that weird because now I've tried to watch some of the people do straight readings. It bores me. I think we've ruined me for.
I cannot
people to take it seriously.
Straight reads.
Well, let me ask you something. What about the way I do it, where I read it and joke about it as we go?
Easier to take than people that try to turn it into masterpiece theater.
Oh my gosh, I've actually seen people where they put sound effects in, and I was like, "Oh, this will be interesting."
Yeah, you get like a frugal soundboard or something.
Yeah, I'm out after 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. I like the commentary. You read a little bit, you comment on it. Yeah.
I'll just say this: the reason Jay tapped out because he said he was bored. He doesn't like All-Star Comics.
And if you stop doing straight readings, then you can start working for DC and Marvel.
There you go. Yes, as soon as you turn your readings gay.
Dalton, we tried to get Dalton on the channel, but he doesn't want to read with us.
So basically, what you're saying is, you put 2 chicks in it, and you made it lame and gay.
This comes out in June, by the way.
What issues does that cover?
This is issues 12 through 25, Giant Size Defenders 1 through 4, Marvel 2-in-1 6 through 7, and Mystery Tales 21, World of Fantasy 11, and Tales of Suspense number 9. Number 9.
Not sure what those ones in the last 3 are doing in there, but I highly recommend that, kids. Defenders are phenomenal.
Yeah, I really got sucked into.
Yeah. Now the next page, not so much.
This one we're not looking at, but this one. That's my whole. That's the Marvel Solicits book in a nutshell. One page is great. The next page, don't look at.
Hey, that's a good book.
That sort of sounds like the whole the Sinister Sons book. Just don't look at
That is an awesome book to have there, Venkman. Where did you find that first appearance of the Wrecking Crew?
I went to this guy called Perch. He's now doing comic book auctions.
Yeah. I got a great idea.
he used to
I don't know
own
where I
Squirrel.
had it, but I had an epiphany.
But the good thing about his comic book auctions are 15 minutes long.
Venk, I didn't do my books yet.
All right. You guys, except for this. Well,
There you go. That's
Oh.
a Power Girl.
oh my
cover.
gosh, I thought that was trans or
Oh,
girl
dear
at first.
God. Yeah,
They
we gotta do
remembered
that
she
Power
has
Girl book.
assets besides her boobs.
Wait, she
So-
has no pants on?
No, that's pants.
You sure about that?
Yeah,
I see the crack.
yeah, they're tight pants.
That's
Crack is
modern
whack,
day.
man.
That's modern day women who go to who walk around everywhere.
That's
in
yoga
jeans.
pants worn
The gym, the
incorrectly.
girls I see at the gym every day.
The reason
Yeah,
I
exactly.
say that, no, the reason I say that because you look at the people are complaining about the current rogue. She has no ass crack. She's got a foot in a butt. So
Well, Yannick Paquette, I
Yeah.
guess, proved them all wrong.
Well, so they make him tone it down. Okay, my books. It's a Man from Uncle #7.
see, I just want to
Nice.
read those on the channel.
It's a series of a shipment of uranium 235 goes missing, and Uncle has to get to it before Thrush. Spoiler: they do. The day is saved, and there will be a Man from Uncle #8. All right, I'm
I'm
done.
glad they prevented Thrush from happening. That's a bad thing to happen.
Wait, that's a new book.
No, this is from
I was wondering, like, if if
67.
somebody was reprinting Dell or something.
But you have to admire Thrush's stick-to-itiveness. They never win, but they keep coming back.
It's sort of like
All right.
who in Get Smart, who's Chaos. It's sort of like
Chaos. This is chaos. We do not. Whatever. Here.
And of
All
course,
right.
the whole guy, the android, his name is Jaime.
I'm
You'll never get
guessing
away
that's
with
it.
Yeah.
That's
Jaime. I love Jaime.
Alrighty then. We've managed to almost make it to hour 3. And we don't have Trusty here for a sign to show hour 3. Darn it. Alrighty though. But
Zach, are you bunking down the sleeper of your rig tonight before you get back on the road?
thank you for someone making that joke about the hat because I was like, it's really far up there.
I got this hat. It was a free hat. GameStop gave me one for pre-ordering the video game. So
I like this hat.
They were like,
I like it.
I love this hat.
I like this hat. Look, I can wear it like this, and then I look like Beaver.
You look like the gay Republican.
when you
I
say
look
you look like
Beaver.
Beaver,
Beaver Cleaver.
Yeah, you look like Beaver. You look like someone who dresses like
Or that
like
nerdy kid from the Sandlot who
That-
wore
that's-
that really awful baseball
Oh
cap.
my gosh. When did
it's,
we get
it's really
balls?
sad. It's really sad, Eric, when guys don't get that joke.
Well, it's really sad that I realized I never knew I had Ellen DeGeneres on my channel.
That's
And a trucker
Why I
hat.
have the
Hey,
facial
be
hair.
nice.
Still not as much as hers, but
Oh
but
my
yeah, I'm not going to say anything. It's not like Portia de Rossi's interested in me, so what do I know?
I don't know if Portia is interested in her either, but she's got the money.
Well, Portia has her own money. Hell, she probably made a buck
I
or
guess
two
that's
on
true. I guess that's true. Good point.
Arrested Development.
Good point.
And Ally
I
McBeal.
mean, a lot of money. That's a matter of perspective. I mean, you know.
I don't know, man. So anyway, I guess that's it for tonight. And we are you doing anything on your channel tonight, Mr.
Like I said, if you guys want to, we could. I've got this Power Girl Uncovered. It's a special. It's got a freaking-tastic cover. And then I scrolled down to the first page. Hey, my eyes are up here. Now that I have your undivided attention, here goes nothing. And
Did you get the cover where the bullets are bouncing off of her? Where like
Yeah.
they're shooting? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good cover. That is a good
It really
cover.
is. But immediately the art is hold on just a sec. If you want to share it out here, Vank.
No, I don't want to. Yeah. So basically, this is just a cover gallery. That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that. Well, no. There was
Hey,
the
Maya's
Power
up
Girl,
here,
yeah.
and then it goes on, and yeah.
Holy shit! That was an Amanda Connor drawing, and they made her take about half of her chest away.
Jeez.
Oh, they keep throwing in the fourth wall crap in there.
Yep.
Some of these are really good covers, though.
Well, some of them are when they were allowed to be.
Yeah.
Look
that's
at that
Amanda-
same artist, and now look how they had her draw her for 2024.
Yep. God, that sucked. That sucked. So that not only that, but there's also Power Girl number 9. So there's I thought any of that would go. I didn't know that was a cover gallery, but I still actually think it could be a decent show. But I would be willing to do stuff like that. Otherwise, I got an auction to build. So,
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm out for the night.
Yeah,
Well,
same.
We do have some cool readings going to happen tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m. Central, and another one's at 8:30 p.m. Central.
We'll try to get through it in a timely fashion so we can make the auction.
Yeah, we will. Tomorrow night, our first reading.
and tomorrow night, of course, the auction on I Love Comics. So there you go.
Yes. So we'll be.
And what do they have in common? Zach will not be attending either.
That's right. And by the way, you guys are reading an X-Men, and I've got 2 awesome X-Men to be the big dogs. So there you go.
So yeah, that'll be the first reading, and then of course, because we haven't done a Fantastic Four, that's actually been really a lot of fun. Last one was okay. This one, this looks so much fun. We got Skrulls, we got the M's, and we. And then we got an opening page with Johnny Storm saying, I can't stop flaming.
Now, which is what Bobby says all the time now.
Yes. They get the first appearance of the Skrull World, I guess. Yeah. So, yeah, got those going on tomorrow nights. And then probably we got at least 2 more comic book readings going on Saturday and then Sunday as well. So, if you want to listen to us butcher comic books, more than welcome to. If you want to watch an old man bitch about books that suck. wait, sorry, you're not usually out there. It's usually Dalton and LK.
On Saturday?
No, I most of the time I never really see you on there unless it was a recorded one you did yourself. Because I was saying,
No, I go on. It's just the last one was them. Not the last one, actually, but the one before it. The last one we did was Skeeters.
I heard it sucked.
What?
I heard it sucked.
Yes. Very well, too. Man, I'm loving this book, man. It is so great. It really is. It is an excellent B movie kind of book. I like the Skeeters book.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it for the night. You guys know the drill. Click like, subscribe. If you're still here, we got 13 people. I mean, that's actually cool. See?
We build an audience like they're waiting for a better stream to take over from ours.
Doesn't it feel that way?
Like we're the opening act.
I think I have to start streaming Saturday mornings, to get the high 30 count of people watching.
Does that actually work going up against like Wes and them on Saturday morning?
No, Silver Age. He's got all the senior citizens that are up at crack of dawn watching.
Yeah,
well, not all of them. I know LK goes over to Wes's channel.
The Previa crowd comes over to watch Doc and Shannon when we can remember.
Wait. Well, a lot of times we're just sitting there waiting for him to.
Yeah, but the good thing is, you don't have to really show up till 10:20. That go live button's hard to find sometimes at Rod's age.
All right. Plus, he plays Christmas music for his intro and his outro. It's fun. And I mean, if we could have that on this channel combined with Marani's Christmas tree, we'd be unstoppable.
It's like the Juggernaut.
I said, yeah, I don't even do Wes's show anymore because I don't want to miss Rod's.
Yep.
It's too much fun.
We call him A-Rod. That's awesome.
It's
Alrighty.
the most interactive chat probably on YouTube because that's literally 2/3 of the show now is interacting with the chat.
Pretty much.
It's like if they didn't show books, I'm not sure anybody would notice at this point.
Yes. And alrighty. It's probably the only chat you can probably watch too that only has one blue wrench. I feel like everybody's got blue wrenches now these days.
That's true. Marania's got a work cut out for us if we ever got unruly. Like if
All right.
they didn't deliver our pudding on time, she'd never work cut out for her.
You know.
You have to eat your meat first.
You know what this means,
How
Breen?
can you have any pudding?
Breen, you know what this
What?
means? You and I have to fight over to get who gets wrench first on the Silver Age's channel.
Well, I have to work on Saturday, so I can never make it through the whole show. So I don't. If elected, I will not serve.
Where have I heard that one before?
I'm not sure, but yeah. Could you? I mean, think about how much worse it could be if Venkman and Dalton and me had keys to the car. I'd be on there talking sports and bringing your whole channel algorithms down.
Maybe it would be like, oh, finally they're talking about something we want to talk about, we want to hear about.
Two of us could reach a gas pedal.
There you go.
Sort of like short round.
I think, Tim's internet went out Sunday. I was supposed to do a morning stream with him. I think it's going to be this Sunday. Probably between 8:30 and 9. Not that any of us are up that time, including myself. I will sleep through the live stream.
Wait, you're talking about Eastern?
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Well,
Wait,
that's
Sunday is
really
Easter?
early for me. I mean, what 10:30 in the morning on Eastern? That's 6:30 in the morning for me.
Oh, the only reason why I was up a couple weeks ago when he sent me a link was because my niece and nephew were taking me to breakfast. Otherwise, who is up at that ungodly hour?
Me, Marania, and Dalton.
Listen, Marania, Jackson, and I are we are pure as the driven snow. What do you? We don't have to
There's no Easter yet, but we have St. Patrick's Day coming up. That's gonna be on a Sunday. We'll all be Irish on a Sunday reading.
But God,
Oh, Saints preserve us. All right. This turning into an Angleton stream. The long goodbye.
Yeah,
We've had several of
Take a
those
while.
this week.
Right. All right. Later, people.
Later.
good night, kids.
Goodbye, everybody.
fun.
Have a good night.
Good night now.
Good night, Gracie.